I'm Abigail Fannin.
I'm Ashley Melcher.
And I'm Morgan Hobson.
And today we're going to be talking about early Roman culture.
Okay. The early Romans adopted cultures from their neighbors, the Greeks and Etruscans in particular, but imprinted their unique stamp on their borrowings. The Roman Empire then spread this culture far and wide, affecting diverse areas of the modern world. For instance, we still have coliseums and satire for entertainment, aqueducts to supply water, and sewers to drain it. Romans built bridges, and while distant cities are located along remnants of actual Roman roads. Going further and higher, the names of Roman gods pepper our constellations. Some parts of Roman culture are gone but remain intriguing. Chief among these are the gladiators and death games in the arena. Okay, here's this one.
The Colosseum in Rome is an amphitheater. It was developed as an improvement over the Circus Maximus for gladiator combats, wild beast fights, and mock naval battles.
In ancient Rome, gladiators fought often to death to entertain crowds of spectators. Gladiators were trained in
Ludus.
Yeah,
Something like that. I don't know.
insurgents, where the ground surface was covered with blood-absorbing or sand.
Okay, moving on to aqueducts, water supply, and sewers in ancient Rome. So this is something that the Romans invented. The Romans are renowned for engineering marvels, among which is the aqueduct that carried water for many miles in order to provide a crowded urban population with relatively safe, potable water for latrines. Latrines served 12 to 60 people at once with no dividers for privacy or toilet paper. The main sewer of Rome was the Cloaca Maxima, I think that's what it's called, okay, which emptied into the Tiber River. About the climate of ancient Rome and Rome today. So just read about the climate.
As the empire grew, it took over lands with many different climates. Deserts, mountains, wetlands, and forests all became diverse areas of the Roman Empire. The sea had warm summers and mild winters. Ancient Rome was located on the Mediterranean Sea.
Here's a little timeline of the early Roman culture. So, let's go back to 753 BCE, the legendary founding date of Rome. So this is the day that Rome was founded. 750 BCE to 510 BCE was the seven kings of Rome: Romulus, Numa, Pompilius, Tullus Hostilius, Ancus Marcius, Lucius Tarquinius, Priscus, Servius Tullius, Lucius Tarquinius, Super. In 509 BCE, foundation of the Roman Republic. So this is when the Roman Republic was founded. So in 494 BCE, traditional date, the office of the Tribuni Plebis, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is created in Rome. Okay, and in 450 BCE, the laws of the 12 tables, the basis of Roman law, are compiled. Okay, going all the way, skipping forward to 27 BCE, Octavian gets extraordinary powers by the Senate and given the name Augustus. In 23 BCE, Augustus takes over most of the powers of the Tribuni Plebis. In 22 BCE, the last censor is elected in Rome, and in 68 CE to 69 CE, years of the four emperors' civil war, and it was the year of the four emperors, and then a civil war happened in Rome. In 212 CE, Roman citizenship granted to all inhabitants of the empire. In 285 CE, the Roman Empire is split into the Western and Eastern Roman empires. It says, traditionally, Roman society was extremely rigid. By the 1st century, however, the need capable for men to run Rome's vast empire was slowly eroding the old social barriers. The social structure of ancient Rome was based on heredity, property, wealth, citizenship, and freedom. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about the early Roman government.
Okay. Western civilization is forever indebted to the people of ancient Greece and Rome. Among the numerous contributions these societies made were in the fields of art, literature, and philosophy. However, perhaps the greatest gift to future generations was the modern perception of government.
What is that? Where you at? Contemporary.
The idea of democracy, while born out of the political struggles in the city of Athens, came to fruition in the Roman Republic, surviving despite the constant interference of the emperor through the Roman Empire. Although the present definition of democracy has changed considerably, one must still recognize its early evolution in that internal city, Rome. Now we're going to talk from monarchy to representation.
The Roman Republic emerged out of what historian called the ashes of monarchy. Years under death, the unyielding yoke of a king taught the people of Rome that they had to safeguard against the rule and possible families or patrician. The remainder of the largest share of the city's population had few, if any, rights. This unequal division of power would not last very long. That's all.
Okay.
Talk about that.
Okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit about the consuls. Instead of a king and to guard against despotism, the new government chose consuls, 2 in number. These individuals were not elected by the populace, but appointed by the popular assembly, the Comitia Centuriata. Each consul served a 1-year non-consecutive term, although he could serve a 2nd or 3rd term later. Okay, and now I'm going to talk about the Senate. The Senate, unlike later parliamentary bodies, the Roman Senate had little, if any, legislative authority, for that power rested in the hands of the popular assemblies. Originally only open to patricians, the Senate had what one might call indirect executive power. Okay, and so basically that's all we have to say about Roman culture. We did early Roman culture because it was just very interesting and there's a lot more information that we could talk about. Even though we struggled a little bit, there's a lot more information that we could use to talk about on here. So I hope you enjoyed your video. Thank you for watching.